Hi guys, so welcome to another episode of EV Side. My name's Simon. This week I kind of wanted to, I suppose, pose a question in my video. Is the range that we're getting out of our current cars enough? Is range anxiety a real problem? We know that people that don't own EV cars seem to think that that's a problem, but it'd be interesting to see what EV drivers currently have, and I've kind of seen various comments over the last 6 months on Twitter, so I just wanted to kind of talk through that. Let's bottom this out. So the current range of cars that we're seeing coming out, we've got things like the Kona and the Niro with 300-mile real world, it seems, range, which is absolutely great. But is 300 the sweet spot? Is that something that we really need? I currently have an i3, and in the summer I was getting about 150, 160, which was really good. This time of year I'm getting about 120. I manage. I do all right. I have a work charger and I public charge. So I manage through several charges throughout the week. Now, you know, I'm quite lucky in having those facilities available to me. But it's interesting to see whether the more range we get, and it will only get more and more with battery technology and things like that, we'll end up getting enough and it'll be charged quicker. But actually, do we really need it? There's already been countless videos about how cars are parked for 90% of the time and we're not using them. So realistically, do we need that much range? When I had my Qashqai, I could get 500 miles out of that and it would cost me a ridiculous amount of money to fill up. But was I really using all of that? No, I was topping up on a weekly basis because I had to. And actually, when I started driving an EV car, I was kind of almost doing the same thing. I was like, where's my next charge? Where do I got to go for my next charge point? And all I was doing was topping up the battery. I wasn't actually using most of the battery usage, and then topping up and then charging. So for me personally, I do 70 miles each way to the office, 5 days a week, so 300 plus odd miles, and I generally would do 3 charges a week, and that lasts. It does really well for me. I think personally, if I had a 200-mile range car, but real well 200, not the figures you get quoted, I'd be fine. Charging twice a week for me, even public charging, is fine. And this is only going to get better. The infrastructure is getting better, regardless of what people say. There's tens of thousands of charge points across the country, and it's how you use them. So ultra chargers are great for long distances. Destination chargers like 7 kilowatt, 22 kilowatt are coming more commonplace. So more supermarkets are putting in, various businesses are putting them in. They're seeing the benefit of bringing customers into their businesses by allowing them to park there and shop. So I actually don't think that range is particularly a big problem, but for me, 300 miles I think is even more than enough. The Kona seems to tick all the right boxes with that 300-mile range. For me, that would probably do my entire week. But actually, I was thinking about this the other day when I was driving another BMW i3. Is that if I was going to choose between the two, between a quality of a BMW car, and by no means am I a BMW snob, or a Kona, which is a very nice car and it looks great. I haven't driven one, but I've seen one up close and they look fantastic. But I don't know whether I'd choose range over quality of build. Now the prices are, granted, they're different, but it's weighing those sort of things up. So I think anyone buying an EV, and especially if people are getting an EV car this time of year, weigh out everything, you know, work out how much miles you do on a daily basis, realistically, not what you think you do, work out what you actually do, and then work out what EV fits best for you. Take off a little bit for winter because you will drop in batteries range, but realistically, I think it's possible. If you've got a house with a driveway and you can put a charger in, it's an even easier option. But even like me, if you haven't got options to that, EVs are still a way forward. There's plenty of us on YouTube and Twitter that have proved this. that, you know, as long as you've got the facilities around you, and granted there are parts of the country that are still a little bit barren, so I think if you're thinking about one, don't be put off. Go and test drive one, you'll love them. Diesel and petrol cars are dead, essentially. If you've got a diesel or petrol car, get rid of it now, because I think the value of it will just drop and drop and drop over the years. More and more people are getting into EVs. Stay away from hybrids personally. I think, you know, whilst it's a good stepping stone, or it was, I think now is no point. You might as well just go straight to a full electric car. But anyway, that's just my little thoughts around the, I suppose, state of range, for a better term. And yeah, so interested to see your thoughts. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, tick the little bell to get notification of when I do another video, and thank you for watching.